When a man reaches the age of 50, most of the worries often circle around the heart, the lungs, or sometimes blood pressure and diabetes. Yet there is a small gland sitting quietly just below the bladder that truly disrupts life more than many imagine, and that is the prostate. It is small, often overlooked, but its silent influence can gradually overturn the quality of a man's daily life. Think about those nights when you wake 3 or 4 times to urinate the mornings, when fatigue lingers the whole day, when irritation builds easily, or the embarrassing struggle with weak interrupted urination. These are not random discomforts. They are signs that the prostate is enlarging. And this change does not only affect the body, it steals confidence, weakens intimacy, and makes a man feel that age is advancing faster than it really islands. The question is whether this must be accepted as an unavoidable fate of growing older. Does a man have no choice but to live with sleepless nights, constant trips to the bathroom, and the growing shadow of discomfort within? The answer is no. Science shows that beyond medicine and surgery, there are natural and simple ways found in the very foods we eat each day that can help ease prostate enlargement, reduce symptoms, and allow men to hold on to their self-assurance. The surprising truth is that many of these answers lie within your own kitchen. Vegetables, spices, seeds, or even a cup of tea that you see every day carry hidden compounds that protect the prostate, calm inflammation, and restore comfort. These everyday foods that seem ordinary hold silent power to support a healthier future. Now picture this. You wake in the morning after a restful night, not disturbed by constant bathroom visits. You rise with renewed energy, free from the worry of sudden urges wherever you go. Most of all, you stand with a sense of dignity and control over your own life. This is not an impossible dream. It is within reach when you understand your body, when you eat with purpose, and when you build simple habits. In the next part, we will take a closer look at what the prostate really is, why it becomes such a burden for men after the age of 50, and most importantly, what steps you can take starting today to protect yourself. The prostate is a small gland, yet its impact on a man's health is immense. It sits just below the bladder and surrounds the urethra, the narrow tube that carries urine out of the body. When a man is young, the prostate is about the size of a walnut and works silently to produce fluid that protects and nourishes sperm. For decades, it goes unnoticed, a background organ rarely thought about. But after the age of 50, changes begin to surface and what was once invisible starts to shape everyday life. One of the main reasons the prostate becomes problematic is the natural shift in hormones with age. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels male vitality, gradually declines. At the same time, certain forms of estrogen, which are usually considered female hormones, become relatively more dominant. This imbalance encourages the cells of the prostate to multiply, leading to enlargement. The medical term is benign prostatic hyperplasia, a condition that is not cancer but can cause symptoms severe enough to disrupt normal living. As the prostate enlarges, it presses on the urethra, narrowing the channel through which urine flows. This is why men notice that the stream becomes weak, urination takes longer, and frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night, become unavoidable. The bladder, forced to work harder against this obstruction, becomes irritable and contracts more often. Over time, these changes not only disturb sleep, but also drain energy and confidence. Many men begin to accept it as a normal part of aging, yet understanding the process reveals that action can be taken to ease the burden. It is important to separate benign enlargement from prostate cancer. While both conditions may occur in older men, they are very different. Benign enlargement is a non-cancerous growth of the gland that causes urinary symptoms, but does not spread to other organs. Prostate cancer, on the other hand, involves uncontrolled cell growth that may become life-threatening. Both require attention, but confusing them can create unnecessary fear or dangerous neglect. Regular checkups allow doctors to distinguish between the two through blood tests and imaging, giving men clarity and peace of mind. The prostate is not only influenced by hormones, lifestyle also plays a role. Excess body weight, especially around the abdomen, increases pressure and fuels hormonal imbalance. A sedentary routine weakens circulation in the pelvic area. Diets rich in processed foods, salt, and unhealthy fats promote inflammation that irritates the gland further. These factors act together with aging to accelerate enlargement. Understanding the prostate in this way transforms the perspective. It is not simply a mysterious problem that appears out of nowhere after 50. It is a predictable result of natural changes and lifestyle patterns. And because it is predictable, it is also manageable. By balancing hormones through diet and exercise, by reducing inflammation with healthier choices, and by seeking timely medical advice, men can take back control. In short, the prostate is a guardian of male reproductive health that quietly supports life for years. With age, it demands attention, but this demand is not a curse. It is a reminder to care for the body more consciously. Recognizing what the prostate is, how it changes, and why symptoms appear is the first step toward protecting dignity, energy, and restful nights even in later years. Among the many foods that nature provides, cruciferous vegetables stand out as quiet guardians of male health. Cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbage may look humble on the plate, yet inside they hold compounds that can make a remarkable difference for the prostate. For men over 60, these vegetables are not just side dishes. They are daily medicine that comes without a prescription. The key lies in special compounds called glucosinolates. When you chew or cook cruciferous vegetables, these compounds break down into active substances such as indole, 3-carbinol, and sulforaphane. Science has shown again and again that these molecules influence how prostate cells grow. Instead of multiplying uncontrollably, cells exposed to these compounds slow down and stabilize. This does not mean cauliflower cures disease, but it does mean that adding it to your meals can create a gentler environment inside your body, one where the prostate is less likely to enlarge aggressively. What does this mean in everyday life? Men who eat cruciferous vegetables regularly often report fewer urinary problems. The pressure on the bladder decreases, the stream of urine becomes steadier, and nights are less disturbed by repeated trips to the bathroom. Beyond the body, there is also a mental benefit. Restful sleep and confidence during the day restore dignity that is too often eroded by prostate trouble. Cauliflower also supports the liver in its role of clearing excess hormones from the body. When certain types of estrogen linger too long, they can quietly fuel prostate enlargement. By helping the liver detoxify, cruciferous vegetables reduce that hidden fire. For older men, this hormonal balance is crucial. It can be the difference between ongoing discomfort and genuine relief. Another advantage is that cauliflower is light in calories but rich in fiber. This combination helps maintain a healthy weight, and weight around the abdomen is directly linked to worsening prostate issues. Extra fat disrupts hormone balance, increases inflammation, and places more stress on pelvic organs. By keeping digestion smooth and appetite satisfied, cauliflower indirectly protects the prostate through weight control. The beauty of cruciferous vegetables is their simplicity. They do not require complicated recipes. A small bowl of steamed cauliflower with a drizzle of olive oil, a soup enriched with broccoli, or lightly stir-fried cabbage are all easy ways to invite these compounds into your body. Each serving is like a subtle investment in future comfort. Imagine a plate filled with color. The white of cauliflower, the green of broccoli, the purple of red cabbage. It may seem ordinary, but each bite is an act of prevention. Over time, the effect builds quietly. The gland that once pushed you out of bed at night begins to settle, and the sense of normal life returns. Cauliflower and its cruciferous cousins remind us of a powerful truth. Sometimes the answers to health challenges are not hidden in distant laboratories, but already waiting in our kitchens. The more we honor these foods, the more they honor us back, not only with physical relief, but also with peace of mind. Among the simplest foods on the table, few carry as much protective power for the prostate as the tomato. Bright red and familiar in every kitchen, it holds within it a compound called lycopene. This pigment is what gives tomatoes their deep color, but more importantly, it acts as a shield inside the body. Research over many years has shown that lycopene accumulates in prostate tissue more than in almost any other organ. Once there, it works as a defender, reducing oxidative stress and calming the inflammation that silently drives enlargement. For men over 50, this translates into fewer episodes of urgency, stronger urine flow, and nights that are less frequently disturbed. But the benefits reach further than comfort. Lycopene slows abnormal cell growth, creating a safer environment that supports long-term health of the gland. It is not a cure, yet it is a steady ally that keeps problems from progressing too quickly. There is another secret. Lycopene is better absorbed when the tomato is cooked. This means sauces, soups, chutneys, and stews deliver more power than raw slices on a salad. When tomatoes are gently simmered in olive oil or another healthy fat, the lycopene becomes more available to the body. A warm bowl of tomato soup or a plate of slow-cooked tomato sauce is not only delicious, but also a natural way to guard the prostate. Tomatoes also bring benefits for the heart and blood circulation. A strong circulation system delivers oxygen and nutrients to every cell, including the pelvic area where the prostate rests. Better blood flow means more energy, greater resilience, and even improvements in intimacy. For older men, this can restore a sense of vitality that aging too often tries to steal. Consider the role of a single tomato in your daily routine. It is inexpensive, widely available, and versatile. A man who chooses to add tomatoes regularly is not only nourishing himself, but also quietly reducing the burden on his future. Day by day, the effect grows, like adding bricks to a protective wall. Over months and years, that wall becomes a safeguard for dignity, confidence, and peace. So the next time you see a tomato on your plate, look at it with new respect. It is more than food. It is a small piece of nature's design to keep you well. And when combined with other protective foods, its power multiplies. Tomatoes remind us that sometimes the simplest choices carry the greatest strength. Garlic has lived in kitchens for centuries, valued for its flavor and tradition, but its hidden strength reaches far beyond taste. For men facing the discomfort of an enlarged prostate, garlic can serve as a quiet healer. Inside each clove are sulfur compounds, the most studied being allicin. This compound is released when garlic is chopped or crushed, and once in the body, it works like a natural medicine, reducing inflammation and improving blood circulation. Why is circulation so important? The prostate, like every organ, depends on a steady flow of blood to carry oxygen and nutrients and to remove waste. When circulation is poor, congestion builds up and the gland swells, pressing on the bladder and urethra. Garlic helps clear this pathway. Think of it like removing debris from a clogged pipe. Once the flow is restored, pressure eases and symptoms such as weak urine stream, frequent urination, and restless nights begin to subside. Beyond its effect on circulation, garlic strengthens the immune system. As men age, the body becomes more vulnerable to infections that can irritate the prostate. By enhancing the body's defenses, garlic lowers the risk of these setbacks. This means fewer inflammatory triggers and greater resilience overall. It is a simple addition to the diet that multiplies its benefits. The experience of many older men confirms this. A patient in his 60s once shared that he had struggled for years with interrupted sleep because of constant trips to the bathroom. Medications offered only short-term relief. When he began taking small amounts of raw garlic each morning, within weeks he noticed that the number of nightly bathroom visits dropped. His sleep deepened, his energy returned, and his outlook changed. This transformation did not come from a pill bottle, but from a common food that he had overlooked. There are many ways to use garlic. Some prefer it raw, chopped, and taken with a sip of warm water. Others add it to soups, stews, or lightly saute it with vegetables. Even when cooked, garlic still offers benefits, though the raw form carries the strongest effect. For those who find the taste too strong, blending it into honey or yogurt can soften the flavor while keeping the power intact. Garlic is also kind to the heart, reducing cholesterol and supporting stable blood pressure. This double benefit matters because heart health and prostate health are linked. Good circulation nourishes both, and garlic stands at the crossroads, quietly supporting two of the most vital systems for men over 50. What garlic teaches us is that healing does not always arrive in grand forms. Sometimes it waits in the smallest clove, ready to bring relief if we are willing to use it. By embracing garlic as a regular companion at the table, men can ease the strain on their prostate, improve their sleep, and regain the confidence that health so often restores. In the world of natural foods, there is a humble seed that often goes unnoticed, yet it carries extraordinary value for the health of men after 50. Pumpkin seeds, small and easy to snack on, are among the richest sources of zinc, a mineral that plays a central role in maintaining prostate function. For the aging man, zinc is not just a nutrient, it is a safeguard. The prostate contains more zinc than almost any other organ in the male body. This mineral is essential for regulating testosterone levels and controlling the growth of prostate tissue. When zinc levels drop, the gland becomes more vulnerable to swelling and imbalance. Men with chronic zinc deficiency often experience weaker urine flow, greater urgency, and higher risk of complications. By restoring zinc through natural foods like pumpkin seeds, you give the prostate what it needs to remain stable. But zinc is not the only gift these seeds provide. Pumpkin seeds are rich in phytosterols, plant compounds shown to reduce the size of an enlarged prostate. These compounds act by calming inflammation and gently shrinking swollen tissues. The result is less pressure on the bladder and a more natural stream of urine. For many men, the difference is felt within weeks of regular consumption. Nights become quieter, sleep more restful, and confidence gradually returns. There are also hidden benefits that reach beyond the prostate. Pumpkin seeds contain healthy fats that support heart health, magnesium that relaxes muscles and improves sleep, and antioxidants that protect cells from damage. All of these together create a broader foundation of vitality, which is exactly what men need as the years advance. The simplicity of using pumpkin seeds is part of their charm. A small handful each day is enough to provide a significant portion of daily zinc requirement. They can be eaten raw, lightly roasted, or sprinkled over salads and soups. Some men prefer to blend them into smoothies, while others enjoy them as a crunchy evening snack. However they are consumed, consistency is what matters most. Consider the story of an older man who suffered from weak urine flow and frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. Medications offered temporary relief, but side effects made him uneasy. When he began eating a handful of pumpkin seeds each evening, within 6 weeks he noticed improvement. His urine stream grew stronger, and he was waking up only once a night instead of 5 times. What seemed like an ordinary food became a turning point in his health. The lesson here is simple. Do not underestimate what nature places in front of you. Pumpkin seeds are not exotic or expensive. They are accessible, affordable, and effective. By embracing them, you nourish your body with zinc and phytosterols, both proven allies for prostate health. For men seeking strength and comfort in their later years, pumpkin seeds are more than a snack. They are a daily act of care. A small handful that carries the weight of dignity, restful nights, and renewed confidence. For centuries, green tea has been valued for its calming taste and gentle stimulation, yet modern research reveals a deeper strength hidden in every cup. For men over 50, green tea is more than a pleasant drink. It is a natural ally for the prostate, quietly working to reduce inflammation and restore balance. The secret lies in catechins, a group of powerful antioxidants found in abundance in green tea. These molecules travel through the bloodstream, neutralizing harmful agents that trigger chronic inflammation. When inflammation persists in the prostate, the gland becomes swollen, pressing on the bladder and narrowing the urinary flow. By calming this invisible fire, green tea helps to ease pressure, making urination less of a struggle and nights more restful. Green tea also influences hormone regulation, particularly the hormone known as DHT. Elevated levels of DHT are linked with prostate enlargement. Catechins help moderate this hormone, slowing down the overgrowth of tissue. The effect is not dramatic overnight, but steady consumption creates a long-term environment where the prostate can remain healthier and more comfortable. The benefits do not stop there. Green tea improves blood circulation, supports weight control, and enhances metabolic health. For older men, these effects combine into a powerful defense. Better circulation delivers nutrients to the pelvic region. Weight management reduces abdominal fat, which otherwise disrupts hormones. A stronger metabolism means more energy during the day and greater resilience against illness. A patient once shared his transformation after making green tea a daily ritual. At the age of 68, he suffered from nightly interruptions, often waking 5 or 6 times. Sleep was broken, mornings were heavy, and frustration grew. After he began drinking 2 cups of green tea each day, 1 after breakfast and 1 after a light evening meal, the changes became clear. Within 3 months, his nightly bathroom visits dropped to 2. His sleep deepened, his energy returned, and his outlook brightened. This improvement did not come from expensive treatments, but from a humble cup prepared with intention. To enjoy the benefits, timing and preparation matter. The best approach is to drink green tea after meals rather than on an empty stomach, which can sometimes cause discomfort. Avoid adding sugar or milk as they reduce its natural potency. A squeeze of lemon enhances the antioxidant effect while keeping the taste refreshing. 2 to 3 cups daily is sufficient. More than that may disturb sleep because of the natural caffeine it contains. Green tea is not a miracle cure. It will not shrink the prostate in a week. Its power is in steady, consistent use, woven into daily life like a habit of care. Over time, it builds a foundation of resilience, making the body less prone to inflammation and the mind more at ease. For men in their later years, green tea offers more than health benefits. It offers a ritual of calm, a moment of reflection, and the reassurance that each sip is a step toward a stronger, steadier future. A simple cup holds the promise of dignity, comfort, and peace. Foods like cauliflower, tomatoes, garlic, pumpkin seeds, and green tea each carry unique power. Yet lasting health comes not from a single ingredient, but from the way you live each day. For men after 50, the prostate is a reminder that the body is changing and needs more thoughtful care. A complete lifestyle that combines nutrition, movement, rest, and medical awareness is the strongest shield against discomfort and disease. Nutrition is the first pillar. Choosing meals rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds nourishes the body with compounds that reduce inflammation and support hormone balance. Avoiding processed foods, excess salt, and too much red meat keeps the digestive and circulatory systems lighter and more resilient. A simple plate of colorful vegetables, a handful of seeds, and a cup of green tea can do more over time than many realize. Movement is the second pillar. The prostate is part of the pelvic system, and good circulation in this region depends on regular activity. Walking 30 minutes a day, practicing light stretches, or cycling gently all improve blood flow and reduce congestion. Movement also helps manage weight, and maintaining a steady waistline is critical since abdominal fat fuels hormonal imbalance and worsens prostate problems. Rest is the third pillar. Quality sleep restores hormones and calms the nervous system. Men who suffer from frequent night urination often overlook the importance of winding down before bed. Limiting caffeine, keeping a calm bedtime routine, and ensuring regular sleep hours can make the body stronger in its daily rhythm. Medical awareness is the fourth pillar. Regular checkups after 50 are not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. Simple tests such as PSA blood levels, ultrasound, and physical examinations can distinguish benign enlargement from more serious conditions. Catching problems early allows for gentler solutions and peace of mind. Ignoring them only feeds anxiety and risk. The fifth pillar is emotional balance. Stress hormones like cortisol influence the body more than we admit. Chronic tension makes inflammation worse and can disturb hormone regulation. Practices such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or even quiet walks in nature soothe the mind and ease the burden on the body. A calm heart protects the prostate as surely as medicine does. When these pillars come together, the prostate is no longer a source of constant worry, but a manageable part of aging. Small daily decisions accumulate into powerful protection. Every cup of tea, every walk, every restful night, every checkup is an act of care that strengthens your future. The final message is clear. Age brings changes, but it does not erase control. By choosing wisely, moving regularly, resting deeply, checking responsibly, and living calmly, men can preserve not only their health but also their dignity and confidence. The prostate may be small, but the lessons it teaches are large. Care for it with intention, and it will allow you to live your later years with freedom, comfort, and peace.